Hello guys, James here and welcome back to episode number 44 now of my Road to Glory on FIFA Ultimate Team on the Nintendo Switch. Right, so basically today's episode is going to be a long one of me mainly blabbering, but if you keep watching, what I'm going to be doing is basically going through everything I do on like a day-to-day basis, and just basically everything I do to make the coins I've got on my account, and yeah, just basically how you can try to be as efficient as you can, or at least as efficient as I know how to be on Ultimate Team. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. It's going to be long. I'm probably going to be, yeah, like I said, just blabbering on, so it's going to probably be a long episode. Obviously talking live. I've got down some notes, so I'll hopefully cover everything I want to cover to help you guys out as much as I can. But yeah, stay tuned. I've got a drink here just in case my mouth gets too dry from all the talking. So yeah, you might want to get a drink or something because it might be a long video. But yeah, basically, before I get into it, I'll just say, yeah, make sure you look at all the links in the description. I've got a list of all the stuff that I use to make these videos if you're interested in that. And then I've got my Instagram and Twitter. That would be great if you could follow me on them and do things like send me your teams, or if you've got any good like trades or anything like that, made a lot of coins, or even goals, clips of goals and stuff like that. And then also the Discord chat, like I say every video as well. If you get involved in that, it's for FIFA on the Switch, and it's just, yeah, got loads of different topics, and it's just really good in general, and I definitely recommend checking that out. But yeah, first things first, I've basically gone through everything that I think I've got everything written down. So yeah, basically just bear with me, and yeah, we're starting off single player stuff. So as you can see on this single player menu on Ultimate Team, we've obviously got single player seasons, which, I mean, that is really, if you love single player and not playing online, then that might be the one for you, and you can obviously get your coin bonuses from that and all different stuff like that. But it's not that good, I would say, for just personally for me, for enjoyment. I don't really like playing offline too much, so for me, I stick with online. But again, yeah, you still get coin bonuses, so if you like playing offline, I'll definitely recommend that. And yeah, basically playing the game, like playing matches and getting match coins, is one of the easiest ways of getting coins on Ultimate Team. It's pretty obvious, but yeah, that's what that one. And then single player tournaments, I would definitely recommend, especially when they do promotional ones. I actually forgot to do the Nation Shield, which is the latest one that give you a pack, but basically it's the same requirements as the online one, but it's normally professional difficulty, which isn't that hard, especially if you're using your main gold team. Professional is not that hard. A lot of people should be able to do that, and obviously you're going to play 4 games to win the tournament. You're going to get coins for all of them, which is probably going to be 500 at least. Then you're going to get the pack, which obviously packs, that's going to be your biggest way of making coins, is packs really, when you do SBCs and stuff. But we'll get into that as we talk through it all, because you can pack anything out of gold packs, so you can pack something massive and you'll set you up completely then. But yeah, offline tournaments, when they're available, definitely do them. If you go back to the first couple of episodes in this Road to Glory, you'll see that I've done this starter cup because I believe it gives you an untradeable gold pack, and I think also this bronze one as well gives you a gold pack possibly, or there's a different one, but there's definitely 2 tournaments. So if you check that out, I can't remember what they were, sorry, but yeah, definitely do them to get 2 gold packs. It gives you consumables, players, like I said, you can pack an icon in these, so obviously it's very unlikely, but you could do, and that will just set you up perfectly as well. And then obviously team of the week, you can play that. I've stopped doing it now just because I've been forgetting really, but if you play that, play it to the best difficulty you can, you get quite good coin bonus off that, because you can, obviously the better difficulty you do, you get more of a bonus. So that's definitely something you can do, or you can just play it like I used to on beginner with an a bronze team, and it will just cost you very little, if nothing else. And then obviously we've got SBCs, which is another thing. I'm going to quickly do this headliners challenge while I'm here, so if you haven't done this yet, this one is still live for about a day and a half. like I said, if you pause it, if you need help doing this one, pause it on this screen so you can see how I've done it. But I'm just going to race through to not take too much time on it and show you how much I spent on these players. We've actually got the first 5 players there, all first owner. So that was, yeah, we've got all of these players are first owner in the club apart from 2 of them. So we are going to submit that and get our gold players pack, or jumbo premium gold pack, sorry, which we will open at the end of the episode. But yeah, so offline part, single player part. The other thing, obviously, to help you get coins is you want to complete all of these advanced, or you want to complete all of these basic ones, and you want to complete all of these advanced ones, and then obviously when SBCs come up in the live section, like marquee matchups, I'll do them every week, and I'll definitely recommend you doing them every week. And then the ones like these promotional ones, headliner challenges. What I'd say about these ones, if they're gold teams and they're lower than 80 rated, pretty much all of them are going to be worth it, depending on what the packs are, obviously. But just the fact that it's low, if the team's lower than 80 rated, it's very cheap to complete. And then, yeah, pretty much any pack is worth doing, I think, just because you give you a good chance of packing something. And yeah, I think they're worth doing. All of the other promotional stuff like flashback cards, player of the months, and just any sort of player SBCs that we get, we don't get too many on the Switch, but any like that we do get. And then obviously upgrade packs, and champions, when the Champions League, Europa League's about, all of that stuff is kind of up to you. I definitely like the Champions League marquee matchups is similar to the normal marquee matchups. They're always worth doing, I think. But then the upgrade stuff, it all depends on what you want to get in your team. If you want to get these big players, the upgrade packs are worth it. And obviously, like, there's been quite a few big YouTubers have done videos on icon crafting, especially Nepenthes, which I'm sure a lot of you know. But you do one upgrade pack and you just rinse it all through. I'm not going to explain it in this video because it will take too long. It's already 8 minutes long, this video, but yeah, you just rinse it all through, and then that's a good way of getting good players in your team and completing other SBCs when you get duplicates of high rated cards and stuff like that. But that is basically the single player section. Single player draft is also good. If you play it, just play it on the highest difficulty you can, and you're going to get good packs all the time. And then if you sell everything off, you can normally make your money back quite easily. And then if you get lucky, you get lucky, like all the pack sections. So that is the single player part. Online part, again, seasons, perfect. Playing a game, like I said, you get your bonuses when you complete a season. And yeah, just playing the game, it's a fun part, I think. So it's definitely worth doing. Got, like I said, same as the single player tournaments, online tournaments. If you can win them or have a good chance of winning them, to get the packs and the coin bonus at the end, that's definitely worth doing. Single matches, I don't really think it's worth it. Friendly seasons, obviously, that's not bad because you play against your friends and you get coins. That's worth doing. And then online draft as well, similar to online tournaments. If you're pretty good, it's worth doing. If you're going to lose in the first round every time, I think it might not be worth doing it. Or if you, yeah, I mean, I'm not amazing on, like, I just seem to not be able to win that many drafts that often. That's why I don't tend to do them, just because it's a bigger risk that you're going to be able to make your money back. So that is all down to you on if you think you're good enough to do it. If you are, I'd say go ahead for sure. And that is the online section. Nothing really to show in the squads about making coins, but then the store guys, or actually we're going to start from the club now. Actually, what have I got down for the club? So yeah, manager tasks, I've got that. The first episode of the Road to Glory, I show you completing them. So go back if you need any help or anything like that, but definitely complete them as soon as possible. It just gives you a little boost for consumables, coins, and just loads of different bits. And you just want to do that as soon as you can. In the club, basically, what I do is I sell off whenever I get any gold contracts that are tradable, manager, shiny, non-shiny, or player, whatever, any gold contracts, sell them all off. They all sell for the gold player contracts, just non-shiny at the minute, selling for 450 coins each, which is loads really for a contract. And then the gold shiny ones, they're about 700, 750 I think at the moment. And then basically all gold consumables, sell them all off, all the ones that sell, because you can make so many coins from that. And that's why things like marquee matchups, when they cost so little to do, even the consumables, you'll probably make a good amount of profit just from consumables. And then what else is on the club? Yes, that's basically, you want to sell off all your consumables, and I'm going to get into why you can sell off all your golds and don't use them in the store now. Or actually we're going to do these transfers quickly, just show you, get rid of all of this stuff that's sold. So yeah, I've recently started selling off all these gold player position modifiers that I've stacked in the club, and also my shiny bronze all injury fitness cards. So you can see, making quite a bit of coins off that. And then all, like, some of these are duplicate players now when they start coming in, and the fitness, yeah, like I said, all the gold consumables. And then bronze cards as well, like I said, when I do the bronze pack method, which I'll talk to you in a minute about. And then a lot of these players are from the marquee matchups pack opening we did yesterday, duplicates and stuff like that. But just making loads of coins, and I've got all of these players in the club already, so it just shows you all that you can make. And it's loads of coins basically. And then we've got all of this stuff, which is one of my good ways that I've recommended throughout the year. Just minimum bidding, like all of these players, look, minimum bids 350, and we'll go all the way through, and they're all of these, if they're 75 rated, I spend 300 coins on them, and if they're 76 and above, it's 350. And then the shiny ones, if they're 75 rated, it's 600. If they're 76 and above, it's 650. And basically what I do is just bid on loads of these, any players really. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on all of them. And then what I do, and which I recommend you doing, especially on the Switch, is you send all of the ones you haven't got. Obviously this is once you start getting a lot of coins, building up quite a few coins to where you've got a decent enough team that you've got sort of coins spare, you can do this. But yeah, all the ones you don't have, you send them all to your club ready for future SBCs, and then send up all of these ones that are duplicates up to the transfer list to sell. And then obviously, yeah, so I'll send all of those into the club again, and all of these duplicates up. And yeah, basically I'll quickly show you how I do it with a couple of players. Oh, keep doing that, but yeah, I just want to send all of these up now to the transfer list. But basically, yeah, why I send them all into the club is, one, because we have very limited players on the market. Like you see, we've only got 42 things listed on the market at this time. Basically why I send all the players that I haven't got, especially these low rated golds, into the club, is that when we do get SBCs, like we had one a couple of weeks ago I think, where you needed a Romanian player to get it, then there's very limited Romanian players on the game. So if you've got them, they're going to go up in price. I think I sold off about probably about 7 players for around 5 to 7k. And obviously used one to do the SBC, but it was a bronze one that I had from bronze pack method in the club already, for very cheap. So you're going to eventually make coins on pretty much all the players, like when those SBCs come up, or you can just use them in SBCs when you've paid very little for them in the first place. So that's just something I definitely recommend doing, and that is partly the reason why, if we look on leaderboards, if it will load, why my club value is in the top 20, I believe. Yeah, so I'm number 18. I've spent no money on this account apart from buying the Champions Edition, so I get a premium jumbo pack, gold pack every week, but that's the only extra money I've spent on the game, nothing else. And that's why I'm like in the top 20 for club value in the whole world, because I've got so many players in the club. And it's just, yeah, I can't recommend that enough. You minimum bid the players, all the ones you haven't got, send them into the club. All the ones you have, you put them on the transfer list, and then just like take this potent guy, compare his price, so 750, 700, 650, So 650 is his lowest price. You put that up to 400, so you're making profit if you sell for 400, and then just put that up to 550, so you're well cheap on the market. And then he's gonna sell, even if you have to put him down to 450 in the end, he's gonna sell. And then while we're on the topic of selling players, one thing you need to keep in mind is that on Ultimate Team, when you discard something, you get that whole amount back that it says your discard value. You get that all back. There's no tax on that. But when you sell a player or sell anything, you get 5% tax. So if you sell something for 400 coins, say, you're not going to get 400 coins. You're going to get 380 coins, because 20 coins is taken away for that 5% tax. So just keep that in mind, and that is something to keep in mind when you're buying and selling players for your team, especially when they're high rated players that cost more. What you want to try and do, like I do, is not just buy the first player that you see on the market. Try to sort of wait it out and get a player that for a good deal after you've looked for that player for a while, and see that it's a good price for them, so that you know if you sell them on, you're going to be able to break even. So that means selling them for 20% more, or no, not 20%, 5% more than what you bought them for, so that when you get taxed, it will sort of break even. Because that's what a lot of people do. They change their teams a lot and sell them for the same as they bought them for, and forget about the tax, and then they get taxed. So every time you buy and sell a team, you're losing that 5% on the whole cost of the team, which, depending on how much you've spent, can be a massive amount of coins. So yeah, that's definitely that, and that's partly the reason why I don't change my team so much. One, I love playing with Premier League players because I watch the Premier League all the time, and it's just my favourite team to build every year. And two, it's just you don't, because I'm going to keep all these players pretty much, you don't lose that tax. That tax isn't a problem. And then basically, so we've done single player stuff, we've done online stuff, we have done transfers, we've done the club, we've done discarding and selling as the tax, we've done about the teams and buying the teams and like breaking even and stuff like that. So all there is to it now, guys, is the store, which I'm going to give you a quick show of what I do. So basically, I've said it before, but you might not have seen it if you're a new viewer, but basically after every game I buy one of these 400 coin bronze packs, and it's very easy to do. Like you can see, I've got the players I've got duplicates, I've got so many bronzes in the club. But basically these non-shiny player contracts and manager contracts, when you get them, you send them up. Now pretty much all of this stuff here, most of the kits don't sell. You can look at them because they might sell, but pretty much all of them don't. None of the badges really sell, but if you like the look of one, maybe look it up, so you just compare it. And it might be worth something, so that's worth doing. Sometimes these sell, I think, but more often than not they don't, I think, when I've tried. So I'll just discard all that stuff, and then these duplicate players, when you get them, you can compare their price. Like there's none of him on the market, so I'm going to list him up for 200 coins, especially these players like English and Germans. When there's none of them on the market like that, there's a good chance they're going to sell for 200 coins. So we've got the 2 contracts in there that we can use for, if you've got a goal team, that's one game for 2 goal players there, which doesn't sound like a lot, but just hear me out. And then players like this from a lesser nation, you can see he's already got on the market, and we've already got him in the club, so we're just going to discard that, just because that's the easiest thing to do. So you want to do that after every game, and then basically, similar to when you bid on all those players, once you've got a good amount of coins, I recommend just every now and again just bidding on, or not just bidding, just opening a load of bronze packs, so we save all of that stuff, the player that we haven't got, and then the contracts. Now with the players, if it's a player like from the Premier League, say, or any of the big leagues, or big nations, you can look them up there and then, and if they're selling, sell them on there and then. That's a good way of making coins as well, but I just like to save them all to the club. And then basically these single player fitnesses, they will sell for 150 at very least. The player training cards, all of them sell for 200 at least. As you can see, the shooting at the moment, the lowest one on the market is 300, so we're going to list it up for 200. And the thing about the player trainings are, they vary very much on the market, their prices. So sometimes you can sell one of those shooting cards for say 500-600 coins, but sometimes like that, when there's ones on the market for cheap, you have to take the 200. But even so, you only have to have 2 of them. Like this pack, we're probably going to sell that shooting card and that fitness card for the 200 buy now each, so that makes up 400 coins. And then I'm just going to discard all these for the sake of the video, so that's 74 coins. And then obviously you take the tax off the 400, which means you're down to 380, but with that 74 for the discard value, you've made money on the pack straight away. Plus you've got those 2 contracts that you can put on players to play games with, and then you've also got that Chinese player we put in the club for future SBCs, or if you ever need Chinese players bronze rated, you've got loads in the club, and you can sell them on for massive profits. So basically you want to keep doing that with the bronze, only really bronze 400 coin ones, not the 750. It's harder to make your money back. And then obviously the other things that you can sell from the bronze packs is you get shiny all attribute cards. They sell for about 700 most of the time. You get the shiny all healing, like I said and showed you at the start. They sell for about 1500 coins. So if on a 400 coin ROM pack, you're making almost 4 times the pack's value just off that. So that's incredible when you get one of them. And then the squad fitnesses as well, they sell for about 600 or 700, all varying. Make sure you check when you get them what their current value is, and just make sure you list them at that so you get the sell. And yeah, that's it really for the bronze packs and stuff. And as you can see, I know it's a bit boring, but in my consumables you can see none of these gold consumables really sell. The legs are the most common injury and they go for a fair bit, but yeah, I've just got these because they won't sell really. And then we're gonna list up one of these for you now on the video. And I know that if we look on here, 2,200, so these 2,200. Now I've tried listing these a few times over like sort of just under 2,000. They're not really, it takes a couple of times to sell, so I'd rather just get the sell and list it up for 1,500 knowing that I can get it. And then look, you can see I've got 19 head injury cards, 24, 23, 18 leg. So the leg, I keep them just in case my players get injured, but you could sell them on, and again look, you'll get 1,500 for them as well. So just big coins to be made on bronze packs, and if you're not doing it, I definitely recommend you do. Fitness, we've got none at the moment. Contracts, obviously these are all untradeable, I believe I've got now the gold suns, so when you do untradeable packs, obviously you'll keep them. There's no point discarding them, you might as well use ones that you can't sell. But look at that, I've got 1,024 bronze contracts, so that's 1,024 games that I can have with any players, any gold, silver or bronze. And it's just crazy how easy that is to do with the bronze pack, whilst making money off all the other stuff that I said you could sell. And then obviously 205 manager ones there as well. Manager leagues, chemistry styles. Now yeah, like I said, sell all them off. These are all untradeable ones. Position modifiers, I've got loads of these left, but like I said, I'm starting to sell all these off, so that I'll be making a lot of coins off of that. The training stuff, now these don't sell the goalkeeper ones, so I'm just stacking them up and I'll eventually start using them. And then club items, Old Trafford, they're actually placed on transfer. I've meant to list that, but I've kept all these just because they're untradeable, and they're cool kits to keep really, I think. But yeah, like I said, I've got that Brazil kit. Oh no, that's untradeable as well actually. But yeah, you want to sell off or discard any of the balls or kits that are tradable ones that don't sell or will sell, to get coins that way. Staff, I've only got managers. Basically I wanted to explain how managers work, because managers, as you can see, it says no negotiations down there on their card. So 1%, they all add up, all these percentages, and basically what that does is when you hit 50%, that's the cap. So when you've got all of these managers that add up their negotiations to 50%, that's when it stops. So you only want to keep enough managers to hit that 50%. So basically what that does is, that's what all the staffs do. They add up to 50% bonus. So when you apply, say, a gold contract on a player, you get an extra 50% of what the gold contract is worth onto the player gold, silver or bronze. So if you add, say, a contract that's worth 10 contracts normally, it will be worth 15 contracts with the managers. So I definitely recommend building them up slowly. And as you can see, I've got all of these gold ones that I bought at the start of the game for cheap. And then as I've been opening all these bronze packs, I've kept all the shiny ones that are worth 1 negotiations. And then sell off the gold ones once I'm like, so I don't go over the 50% cap, because there's no points going over that. But that's definitely worth doing, so you make the most out of your gold contracts when you get them. Head coaches is just, I don't think any of this stuff's worth it. I've kept this fitness coach Zaro because he is actually a employee of EA. You probably know him on Twitter. He's got a Twitter account and he deals with people in the community, and yeah, I've just kept him because that's quite funny to have him on the game. And then just got rid of all the other staff because they're very unneeded. And then players, as you can see, I've got this car that I've bought for cheap, and this cook that I bought for cheap, and then this is basically just so many gold players. You can see if we go to the club, we've got 3,714 players in the club, 823 rares, and yeah, just so much stuff. And it's all, a lot of that is bronze, but a lot of it's gold where we just keep everything. So I think basically that is it, guys. If you've got any more questions on how or why or what I do to make my coins, make sure you comment that or get at me on Twitter or Instagram asking how I do it. But I think I've pretty much gone through everything. I've tried to be as clear as possible. But yeah, the main takeaways I would say are, make sure after every game you buy 1 400 coins bronze packs, save all the cards, the contracts, manager or player. If they're shiny contracts, you can sell them for 200 coins. If they're fitness, you can sell them for 200 coins. Shiny fitness, about 600 or 700, and yeah, you get the gist. And yeah, you'll have to sort of trial and error it yourself to see what you can sell. And then basically, yeah, any players that aren't worth loads of coins, keep them in your club, gold, silver or bronze. Any players that are worth loads, obviously sell them off to get coins straight away if you need them. If you don't, I'd recommend probably saving them for when there's big SBCs out, and those players will rise in price, as players need high rated players to put into those SBCs. But yeah, I think that's basically it. And then the only other thing I would say is, another little tip for, say, the bronze packs is, when there's things like these man of the match cards out, we can't actually look at them. If we go foot central, there we go. So there's these man of the match cards. Now one of them is an English guy called Scott Wagstaff, I believe, from Wimbledon. Now he is a 65 rated silver normally, so that means you can get his gold man of the match card in silver packs. But what that means is also, when there's like low rated gold informs in team of the week, sometimes they could be bronze players. So if you get, I've got an app that I'm going to quickly get up for you. It's basically the Futbin app, like the website, and it looks like this. The start page, and you see you've got the team of the week players there. If you just click on a player, I don't think any of these, maybe this Akpom guy, no, only, well, I can use him as an example. But yeah, I'll definitely recommend you getting this app, because basically it's just very easy. When the latest team of the week comes up on the first page that you open, but you can click on a player like that, as you can see there. Will it focus? Yeah, but then as you can see down the bottom there, that's got what his normal regular card is, which he is a silver. So that means you can get that gold inform in a silver pack. But that also means that, yeah, like I said, the low rated informs, sometimes when they're gold, can be in bronze packs. And that's just an easy app. When the new team of the week comes out, or any new players, you can see what their regular card is, and it means, yeah, if there's a bronze one, you can want to open loads of bronze packs that week to just keep doing the bronze pack method, and then you've got a chance of getting a gold inform in a bronze pack, which is amazing, isn't it? So yeah, I think that is it, guys. I hope this video helped you. I'm sorry it's been so long. It's almost 30 minutes here. Loads of you probably aren't sticking around to this stage. If you have stuck around to this stage, thank you so much. Unbelievable. I don't think I could have watched this back, maybe, but yeah, I think that is it. And yeah, thank you for all the support on the videos. Make sure you try out all this stuff that I've said. Obviously it's a little bit of effort at the start, but once you get used to doing it, it's not effort at all really. And it's just a way of being efficient and making the most of your coins. And it's sort of like, it's a mixture of you make coins and you're saving coins, and it's like the bit of the good mixture of both brings you to a stage where I am, where I've basically got unlimited games with the amount of bronze packs, bronze contracts I've got on my players. I've basically got unlimited games now, and the amount, like I said, you can sell gold consumables for is just astronomical on the Switch. So it's so worth doing them bronze packs. And yeah, I'm gonna stop now. I'm gonna stop speaking, but yeah, thank you all for the support. Make sure if you try this stuff out and it helps you, make sure you let me know in the comments for sure. If it helps you out as well, make sure you leave a like. If you're new, like I said, subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so you get notified when my video is live. And yeah, just thank you guys, and I shall see you in the next one. See you later. Cheers.